okay?
You're a really beautiful lady. Make it a double.
Andrew Young of Geek Hard here with Paolo Rivera, and it's been a big year for you.
Yeah, it has. It's been really good to me.
Exactly. No, in fact, actually, the last time that I got to talk to you was at Fan Expo back in 2010. Yeah, and at that time, that was when the whole Shadowland thing was happening in Daredevil. And at the time, you said to me, you said, I've been told things, I've been made promises, I'm hoping that they come to fruition, and they did.
Yeah, no,
and not only that, but Marvel and a lot of critics were saying that the best book of the year was Daredevil this past year.
Yeah, there was that last week of the year when they started doing the best of lists, and we kept getting on them over and over again. I was like, this is obviously like the best thing I've ever been involved with ever. I mean, it's been great. It's awesome working with Mark Waid, starting out with Marcos Martin, and now Chris Samnee, Khoi Pham. It's been great.
Cool. Now, working with Mark, who is very traditional style superhero storyteller, has a lot of history, brings a lot of knowledge to the genre. What's it like collaborating with him? Is it a lot of give and take? Does he work from a very strong outline?
It's kind of evolved. So for the first 3 issues, he just gave me a straight script, and it was pretty much like every other script I've worked on. The difference was he asked me, well, who do you want to draw? And I was like, how about Claw? And he went with it. So it's been one of the nicest things about Daredevil is that, I came in on the ground floor, and so I was able to contribute a little bit more than I usually. Usually they just give me a script, and I do collaborate, but it's not quite, I have a finished script when I start out. And the next story arc that we're doing, I've been able to even contribute more to the storytelling aspect and kind of push some themes and whatnot. But it's been great. I've never been able to do this before, and I hope to keep working with them, longer, as long as they'll have me.
Cool, fantastic. Now, you mentioned earlier Marcos Martin collaborated on the book, as well as other artists are getting involved. What's the situation like there? Are you happy with the kind of there's similar styles?
Yeah, definitely.
And do you feel that it's a good mesh to have that opportunity that you can work on one arc while another artist who's just as trusted works on the other?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, that was one of the things that sold me on the project. Is like Marcos and Mark were going to be on it from the beginning. Unfortunately, Marcos had to leave, but we knew that it was still the kind of structure we wanted, because I'm just not fast enough. He's not fast enough. And so, actually, I think Chris Samnee might be fast enough, but we're still just going to do the back and forth. So the next arc that I'll be doing, we were going to do 3 issues. We might push it to 4, and I'm either going to start on issue 16 or 17. I'm not sure yet. It kind of depends on how fast I am on that first issue.
No, well, it's a great way to work, especially because this way, you guys get to spend and take the time to give the best art and still keep on a schedule. It's fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now with the Mythos books and with Daredevil and your work on Spider-Man, you've drawn a great deal of the Marvel characters. Is there a Marvel character yet that you haven't had a chance to draw that you're really itching to?
Yes, and he's going to show up in Daredevil.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm not going to say who it is, though.
That's perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable.
But, it is someone that Mark mentioned in the earliest interviews. So he has mentioned. I just don't know when it's actually going to happen. But I'm pretty excited about it because it's 2 characters, or it'll be Daredevil and this character. They don't really. They might have met in the past, but they don't really go together. So I'll just leave it at that.
Cool. Now, one of my favorite issues of last year, which I believe you were the artist on, was issue number 7, the Christmas issue. And I got to say, it was a fantastic story because it was more a Matt Murdock story than a Daredevil story. And how did you enjoy getting to play in that world as opposed to just doing a straight superhero story?
It was great. I remember when I first read it, I was a little skeptical because I was just like, how am I going to make this interesting for 20 pages? It's like 8 kids in the snow, and not. Well, I mean, we did have Daredevil put the mask on because it was cold, But
If it's cold, you gotta.
I mean, you might as well. It's like a hat. But once I got into it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Because Mark was so excited about it when he was telling me about it. I was like, I think this is gonna work, but I wasn't sure. But once I started getting into it, I was like, this is gonna be nice. And then that was where he came up with the I'm Not Daredevil T-shirt, which has proven pretty popular. So I think Marvel's going to make them eventually, but I don't know when that's actually going to happen.
That'd be awesome.
My girlfriend made one for me, but that was bootleg. So.
Oh.
She didn't sell it to me, so.
It's fine. It was a gift. It was a gift. Yeah. Everything is fine, okay?
Yeah.
It's a gift.
But.
All right, well, that's great. I want to say thank you so much for doing such great work on one of my favorite characters, and I hope you continue to do so for as long as you can, man.
As long as they'll let me, for sure.
All right, well, thanks a lot, man. Thank you.